Sapliyal, innovation consultant at Omega Consulting, would be presenting you a presentation deck on nanotechnology in medicine. This presentation gives investors, entrepreneurs, companies who are diving into the field of nanomedicine for expanding their business or investing into new ideas, products, or services. The agenda for the presentation is as follows: overview, technology synthesis, innovative research, conclusions. We all know that the healthcare sector or the field of medicine has an impact on majority of the population. Taking that into consideration, we have looked into the population of the world and then focused on Indian population, its disease pattern, its demographics, and its population profile. As you can see, in the year 2015, the population of the world was 7.3 billion, and the year 2025, it rose up to 8.2 billion, which means there was a total rise of 10.9% from the year 2015 to 2025. Moving on to the population of India that we have analyzed here, we come to know that there has been 7.8% population's increase from 1.2 billion in 2018 to 1.4 billion expected in 2026. We come to a conclusion, looking at these two graphs, that the population is continuously rising. It also means that there is a constant burden and an ever-growing burden on the healthcare resources in the years to come also. The focal points are continuous rise in population, as mentioned in the previous two slides, shift from communicable to non-communicable diseases, extreme stress on this sector due to COVID period, as everyone has also seen. This sector is one of the most regulated sectors of all. We have mentioned some pre-COVID figures: 70 million in public inpatient department and 3,400 million in outpatient department in India for the year 2020. Shift from curative to preventive measures. There would be burden on healthcare facilities worldwide too. Shift in the disease pattern, as mentioned. The two graphs show the disease pattern in the year 1990 and the year 2016. It is split into three categories, that is non-communicable diseases, communicable diseases, and injuries. We can see that there is a shift in disease pattern from communicable diseases to non-communicable diseases. In the year 1990, it was 37.7%, and in the year 2016, then the share of non-communicable diseases rose up to 61.8%. Example of non-communicable diseases would be heart disease, cancer, etc. And communicable diseases would be COVID-19. Moving on to the demographic and population profile, we come to know that around 19.6% 10 to 19 years and 20.4% 20 to 29 years in India is a range of the percentage distribution of these two age groups. Percentage distribution of estimate population tells us that the focus on shift from broad coverage to treating non-communicable diseases would be important. Demographic and population profile, and in that we have looked into the median age in India in years. In 1990, it is 21.1 years, and in 2040, it is expected to rise up to 35 years. It means the median age is rising. It also shows that the population or the age of the population is increasing. The population is aging, we could say like that. Figures also indicate that the sector should be equipped for significant rise in non-communicable diseases. Here we can see the dependency ratio is falling from 53.4% to 49.2%. It means that the buying power of the population would increase. It means that the population would be equipped to avail for better and more healthcare services. Technology synthesis, as we have looked into, an introduction, an introduction in the healthcare, nanotechnology in healthcare. The material science at the molecular level or subatomic level is an important part here. Manipulation of particles smaller than 100 nanometers is a very important aspect when it comes to nanotechnology or application of nanotechnology in healthcare. Developing materials, devices, products, services at this scale and the technology involved in it comes under this part. The characteristics that we have to focus are strengths, reactivity, conductivity, outstanding potential to solve several health problems, provide a new avenue for treatment. Five important applications or sectors of application that we have looked into are vaccine, nanosensors, diagnostics and screening, drug delivery, and health monitoring. Market analysis done on global nanomedicine market. We have looked into the global market in 2012 and 2019. We have seen that it has rose from $185 billion to $528 billion. We have looked into the global forecast sale for 2021 for four categories, that is solid nanoparticles, nanostructured monolithics, thin films, and nanocomposites. Market analysis. There are three broad categories mentioned. Pharmaceuticals, in which there is a 94% CGR in nanoparticles for biomedical applications. In diagnostics, we have aids for detection, biomedical markers, transfection reagents, liquid chromatography, and reagents for MRI. And in drug delivery, we have 7.1%. This also shows us that nanoparticles for biomedical application is a nascent field, and drug delivery vehicle, although has started in a very before a very long time, it is still developing recently. Challenges that one would face in this sector is environmental impact, accumulation of the nanoparticles in the body, affordability of the products, services, devices, ambiguity of regulation, whether the solution comes under products or comes under solution. The toxic nature of the nanoparticles is also very important, which this sector is still looking into. Public acceptance of nanotech for healthcare. This is one major important challenge faced by all companies in this sector. Innovative products. Pill Cam. It was the first FDA approved smart pill useful to record images of gastrointestinal tract. You eat the pill, it will record images and transmit to the remote destination or the computer or the laptop or the machine taken into consideration. Atmo gas capsule. It has a permeable membrane. Sensors inside the capsule can detect levels of oxygen, hydrogen, or carbon dioxide. Accordingly, it will give the location of the capsule. Vibrant capsule. Promote contractions to jumpstart digestion. Useful in treating constipation. MIT Smart Sensor Capsule unfolds into a Y-shaped and gets hooked onto the inner part of the stomach. Capability of temporarily attaching itself in the inner part of the stomach as mentioned, and it would understand the environment there. It would tell us the acid or other important factors or parameters taken into consideration during study. We have looked into magnetic microsurgery using nanobots and DNA origami. These two important subsections are still into develop are into nascent stage. SWOT analysis done for this sector. Strengths, as mentioned, better diagnostic procedures, therapies resulting in painless treatment, reduced side effects, new drugs and delivery system. Weakness would be lack of certain information as this sector is still coming into being and the research and development are still on in progress. Lack of knowledge about toxic nature, privacy security issues, lack of standards and regulation. Opportunities would be decrease in mortality rate, sustainable medical practices, maximization of ROI, that is return on investment, progress in treatment for diseases. Important part and the threats for this sector is as follows: protection and privacy concerns, control of this technology in healthcare. This is a very important factor or important point under threats. Lack of proper mechanism and toxicological activity of nanoparticles taken into consideration or services and products taken into consideration in this sector. Moving on to the conclusions, research and development steep rise has been seen with advent of availability of resources. Resources could be technology or financial. Revolution in aging, diagnostic, treatment and prevention. There would be a resistance to technology as we have mentioned in the earlier slides, but extensive research and development is paving way for acceptance for this technology. Exploration of new avenue. With new avenues come new opportunities and challenges too, which this sector or companies in this sector, individuals in this sector would be facing in years to come. Thank you.